Alright, this is going to be a quick video, and it's going to be about Kyle Rittenhouse and everything that happened in Kenosha. There's a new video out. A guy put together a pretty comprehensive, let's call it documentary of what happened. So I'm not going to reiterate or steal his material or anything. I'm just going to point you to the video. But before, just a couple things I wanted to say. Okay, I made 2 videos on what happened in Kenosha that night with the shooting. And the one thing that I got wrong, that I'm now going to correct, the only thing I got wrong, was that the first person who got killed through a Molotov cocktail. I wonder why nobody else was jumping on this saying there's a Molotov cocktail. I was watching it live with through a couple of different streams. The guy that I was watching at the exact time that it happened was that Reggie dude. He was streaming it live. So later on I saw the other lives, but I was watching his first, and it looked like it to me. But I decided that even in the video where I talked about it being a Molotov, I wasn't going to take it down because I still agree with everything else that I said. And my point there was Molotov cocktail could have done a fucking ton of damage. That's definitely considered assault. But regardless, dude was cornered by somebody who was a lot bigger than him. And, disparity of force. And after watching this extensive footage, it wasn't just one person either, which I thought it was. It was actually 3-4 people cornering him. So a complete disparity of force, completely defensive gunshots on his part. I'm at a loss of what to say to people that are unable to process factual information. I really, I said something about this yesterday. When it comes to things that are actual facts, that, like science, like how some people can have facts right in their face and they just continue to go the other direction. I don't know. I live in the area that happened. And there are a lot of people around here who feel so fucking strongly that even if they see this video, they're still not going to be able to accept it. And this video is long and it's slow and it's done by a fucking liberal, super lefty liberal too. Should give it more credence, really. And the guy slow talks, and just like it took like 10 minutes for me to really be like, oh dude, I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can give you a chance. And then it got better. And he had a lot of footage that I hadn't seen, so definitely watch it. And as tough as the first 10 minutes are, watch the beginning anyways, because he talks about himself and politically where he's coming from, which becomes important because by the end, you're like, holy shit, a dude from the left was actually fair and looked at something objectively. I can't believe it. It's kind of hard. You don't see that very often. So it's cool. But I mean, people around here, like I was saying, they're so emotionally into what's going on that they'll be able to watch this and still come away with, yeah, he was definitely a white supremacist. Yeah, he was definitely there trying to hunt people down and was just looking for an excuse to kill people. Or, yeah, he was definitely the aggressor in all 3 of those shootings. He definitely was, he had absolutely no right to shoot, even though he was being struck with something. They'll find a way out. I just wanted to make the point that when people can't see facts, I don't know what to say, dude. And aside from what I said initially about Rittenhouse and the Molotov cocktail, the rest of what I said is the same, man. Those people were trying to fucking kill him. There's just a bunch of video evidence, even more than I saw initially, and people are still screaming for his fucking blood, and I just don't know what it's gonna take. What level of convincing does it take? Change a person's opinion when they won't see things that are right in front of them. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate and flip the argument around on myself and say, well, what would it take to get you to not want to support or vote for Trump? I can't think of anything right fucking now, this close to the election, with the other option being what it is, that I would say, yeah, that's what I do. I just trying to think of a way to. I'm trying to understand the other side, which I may as well say understand the enemy, because it used to be the other side or a different side, but it's been made clear to me just from reading fucking Twitter the little bit of mainstream media that I can fucking stomach, I read more of it than watch it, because at least I can stop. The left considers everybody who does not agree with them to be a fucking enemy. So, I mean, I guess if you're asking me what convinces me, being in the position I'm in, not much, because to me the weaker side always does shit like that. The weaker side does that more desperate kind of stuff, and does the, if you're not with us and you're not with me and don't agree 100% on what I'm saying, then not only are you wrong, but you're a piece of shit, and you should be punished by being doxxed, by being ostracized, by being name-calling, by belittled, etc. Figure out how to be objective from another fucking point of view in this particular situation. But like Duncan Lemp and Breonna Taylor, there's some stuff that's questionable with what happened to Breonna Taylor. Of course there is. There's stuff that's questionable that fucking happens all the time. There's always little questions. Sometimes you have to just let it go and just let the simplest thing be the right thing. I'm the deconstructionist, the one that likes to make shit more fucking difficult, because I'm always trying to figure out these, but I'm just, no. That dude was a lifeguard in Kenosha. You know, they say, oh, well, he didn't even live there. He lived closer than two of the three people that got shot. He lived closer than them. He worked in Kenosha, and he knew the person who owned the car lot that he was standing guard at, and he was there all day, and he was doing other community stuff. I just don't see a way that I change my position on this, because especially after watching this video, if you were to take the one factor that I bet a lot of people would like to say, well, he could have still been there and done the EMT stuff, done his stuff during the day, did his cleanup, and then stayed at night and done the EMT stuff without having a gun. But after seeing even more video of this, that probably would have just got him killed. So watch that video. Link will be below. It's long, but it's worth it. And then share it with everybody. That video, not this one, I don't care. Share that video, though. People should see that.